If you're dealing with any thinning hair or bald spots, or maybe your hair is kind of falling out in some areas, I wanted to share with you what I've been doing with my hair that's really helped make a huge difference in the quality of my scalp. My hair is not thinning the way it was. I don't have those little bald spots like I used to. And just overall, my hair is a lot thicker. It's grown really long and it's a lot healthier than what it used to be. So I'm actually about to jump in the shower here in a couple hours, and my hair, it's only been about maybe 3 days, but I normally get sometimes a greasy scalp depending on, you know, whatever products I'm putting on my scalp when I style it. But usually I wash my hair every 2 to 3 days. I typically don't wait like a whole week to wash my hair because for me, my scalp would just be a little bit too oily if I wait that long. But you know, maybe some people are able to wait that long. I don't like to wait that long because if you're someone like me, I have gray hair. My roots, this is not bald, even though it looks balding. This is my gray roots coming through. So I'm due for a hair color here. I'm gonna stick it out for another week. But if you're someone like me and you put root sprays on your gray hair to cover it up, or maybe you use dry shampoo, things like that, I don't know, I probably wouldn't want to keep waiting a whole week or longer to wash my hair because you're kind of clogging your hair follicles when you have those products on. So when I put those types of products, when I'm styling, when I use those on my scalp, I do try to make sure that I do wash my hair at least every 2 to 3 days. And some people like to wash every single day. So whatever your hair type is, wash your hair when it's best for you. But since I'm about to jump in the shower here in a couple hours, I wanted to show you what I do on my hair every time I wash it. So I always like to put some type of an oil or some type of a treatment product on to soak in for 2 to 3 hours before I wash it out. This is a newer product that I've been using and I really like it. Got it on Amazon. This is a rice water spray, and I really liked the ingredients. It has rice water, biotin, caffeine, castor oil, rosemary, ginger, and just a few other really nice ingredients. It doesn't have a bunch of crazy stuff in it, but rice water is supposed to help grow your hair and thicken your hair. I love this little spray bottle that it comes in, but all you do is wherever you have your thinning areas, mine are thinning here. This is just gray, that makes it look thin, but I just put 2 sprays here and 2 sprays right here, and then I'll just massage that in either with my fingers or I'll use one of these little massaging brushes that I get off of Amazon. This is actually a lot nicer because you can really gently kind of work it in and bring the blood to the surface and, you know, kind of push that product in there. But this is a really neat product that, like I said, I found it on Amazon, but it had really good reviews. I haven't really noticed any major results with it yet because I just recently started using it, but this is fairly affordable, so I wanted to test it out and see if I like it. But typically I'll put some type of a treatment product like that on my scalp almost every single day. A lot of people think our hair grows from here, our hair grows from our scalp. So if our scalp isn't healthy, then our hair is, you know, not gonna grow the way it should. So I always like to do an oil massage on my scalp, and I like to oil the ends of my hair before I'm going to shampoo it. And it's kind of like the same concept as in the evening when we do a double cleanse. I always like to use an oil cleanser first, really massage that in well to kind of get deep down, break up any dirt, oil, sunscreen, or just any buildup that's trying to get down inside my pores on my face. And then I always follow up with, you know, my regular face cleanser. That's kind of the same concept of why I like to put oil on my scalp and do kind of like an oil cleanse on my scalp before I wash it with shampoo. You know, many years ago, I fell into that big hype of using When cleansing conditioner. They don't call it a shampoo. And I actually loved the results of my hair. My hair was super thick, it was flowy, it was soft, but then after a few years, all of a sudden, a ton of my hair just started falling out, like in clumps. Now, it could have been from something else, I don't know, but I kind of think it was from the When, because then when I stopped using it, then my hair started growing back. Then I read a bunch of reviews where people had all these lawsuits that their hair was falling out also. And then even my girlfriend, when I told her what was happening with my hair, she said, it can't be the When wouldn't do that. And then maybe a year later, her hair started doing the same thing after she was using the When. I can't say it was from that product, but for me, my hair did start growing back when I stopped using it. But then I started doing research many years ago, and then it kind of made sense why my hair could have potentially been falling out from the Wen. Wen was more of a cleansing conditioner. It was like using a conditioner, not an actual shampoo on my scalp. So I think what was happening is over the years, my scalp really was not properly getting cleaned. You know, the buildup was just kind of building up, building up, and building up. And I think possibly what was happening is it was just clogging those hair follicles and then suffocating them, and they were just like, help, and then they fell out. So with that being said, I like to make sure I do a good deep cleanse on my scalp, but with something that's very nourishing and softening and gentle. So I always like to use some type of an oil on my scalp and do a really good oil cleanse on my scalp, and then I'll just kind of leave it on for a couple hours before I wash. And then I also like to put some of the oil on the lengths and of course on the ends of my hair to add that nourishment and the softening to the rest of my hair, and it also will help protect my hair when I'm cleansing it. The two oils that I'm currently absolutely loving, this one is by the brand Blue Beautifly, and this is their organic Amalaki scalp oil serum. I love the smell of this product. This smells like a spa. It has peppermint, that rosemary, lavender. It has all of those beautiful natural oils in here. It smells so good. I've used this probably for about a year now, and I absolutely love it. It's, you know, a little on the pricey side. I think it's like around 40, 50 bucks, but I don't use this all over because I don't want to waste it. So since my scalp is the main place, this is where all the hair growth activity starts, I really will just use this concentrated on my scalp, and I'll use something more inexpensive on, you know, the length of my hair and the ends. And then the other product I've been using now for a few months that I love, this one is a lot more affordable. This is by Miel. I guess that's how you pronounce it. And this is their Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil. These are both very, very similar. This one I do like a little bit better, but of course, you know, it's a little more expensive, but they both work great. So I will put both of these on my scalp, and then I will just use something inexpensive like this on the mid part of my hair and then down on my ends, because then this way I'm not wasting these. Or sometimes I'll just go to Whole Foods or the grocery store and just get the cold pressed organic coconut oil, and I'll use that on the lengths of my hair and the ends as well, just so I'm not wasting this. So for my little demonstration, I'll show you what I do. I'll use this one. Ooh, I put that lid on tight. So I will probably just use about, when you squeeze it, it only fills up like half the dropper full. So I'll probably just do this like 3 or 4 times. So all I do is I will just put a little bit, I can't really see because I'm looking in the camera, and I'll just massage it in with my fingers just so it doesn't drip down on my face, because I definitely don't want these oils on my face. And then I do make sure I do around the back also. And then I just massage it in. I do a nice scalp massage. You know, if I bend over, like bend upside down, it'll really bring the blood to my scalp. But I just sit here and do a nice little scalp massage with my fingertips. Ooh, look at that volume. Or I'll use my handy dandy little inexpensive device I got off of Amazon, and then I just kind of rub it in. So I will just do this all over my scalp, you know, just for a couple minutes. I mean, if you could do it really gently like this for a good 10 minutes, you know, bring that blood to the surface of the scalp. I'm sure your hair follicles will appreciate a nice scalp massage every now and then. And then on my ends, because I like to use quite a bit of this, I will put this all over my ends. So I will probably do this a second time. You just rub it in so it doesn't drip everywhere. This one smells so good too. I'm gonna link everything down below that I'm using, but again, you don't have to go out and buy these products. You might have some organic coconut oil or pumpkin seed oil or different oils or rosemary oil in your house, and you can just kind of whip up your own little concoction. I used to do that and buy the different oils and then just put a couple drops of like rosemary essential oil in it. That helps promote scalp growth. I would use pumpkin seed oil. But after I buy all of them and I'd make my own little concoction each time, I realized that I was actually spending more money buying all of the oils separately versus just buying one that's already pre-made. So I buy them pre-made now. So I really just make sure each hair strand is coated, and then I just kind of pull it over to this side, and then I will do it one more time to make sure I get all of this hair over here as well. Then I just kind of wrap it up in like a quick bun. and then I just put a clip. Doesn't look great or anything, but this way it's just not getting all over the place. And sometimes I'll even put like a plastic shower cap over top of it just to kind of keep the heat in and almost do like a hot oil treatment just from the warmth that generates from my scalp. And I will leave this in at least for 30 minutes, but usually I'll leave it in for maybe 2 to 3 hours tops. I used to wrap it all up and go to sleep in it, but I realized it didn't make a difference doing that, and I don't really think it's any better for the scalp. In fact, it might even be worse for our scalp if we leave an oil on it that long, especially if you're using things like coconut oil. You don't want it to cause you to break out. And then I really just use any of my favorite shampoo and conditioners. I won't go through all of the shampoo and conditioners, you know, that I enjoy using in this video, but I'll just show you what I'm using right now. I love, love, love this. I just picked it up at Walgreens. I'll see if I can find a link for Amazon if you're an Amazon shopper, but this is by the same brand, Mielle. Honestly, these two products, I need to get, I think they have a conditioner. Honestly, these to me feel high-end. This shampoo, this is one of my all-time favorites now. It's already half gone. It's not just my favorite, but it's my husband's. He hates shampoo and all of that because he really doesn't have any hair, but he'll still use shampoo on the little fuzzies that he has. But this one smells like a spa. It is so yummy. It's a rosemary mint strengthening shampoo, and it says it has biotin in it and it encourages hair growth. But it's not just how it smells. It leaves my hair so ridiculously soft. You know how some shampoos you use them and afterwards you're like, oh my gosh, I need to put conditioner on right away because your hair feels like hay? It will not feel like that with this. You almost could skip a conditioner if you really were in a huge hurry. I mean, I never do, but you possibly could, because this is very moisturizing on its own, but it's got such a beautiful slip. So as you're washing your hair, your fingers just run through this so well because it's such a, I don't want to call it slimy, but that's the best way to describe it. Or I guess I should say silky. I guess they probably wouldn't want me calling their shampoo slimy. But this has really good ingredients in this. Honestly, this beats a lot of the higher end shampoos that I've ever tried. And then after I use that shampoo today, I'm gonna use this hair mask on my hair. I mean, this is a nice thick hair mask. This one has like a honey kind of scent to it. It's okay, I don't love the scent of it, but I love the performance, what it does on my hair. This is by Shea Moisture. This is their Manuka Honey and Marula Oil Intensive Hydration Hair Mask. Your hair will feel like butter when you're putting it on, and then when you rinse it out, your hair is just going to feel like silk. One thing I don't do is, since I have more normal to oily scalp, after a couple days, a few days, I never put this conditioner on my scalp, except for maybe I'd say once a week. Once a week I will if I know I'm not gonna style my hair, if I'm just gonna wear it in a ponytail for a couple days. Because if I do this on my actual scalp, my roots can get a little bit oilier or kind of weighed down. So for me, when I use conditioner, because I've already used this oil on my scalp and then I've washed it out, so my scalp has already gotten the nourishing and the softening and all of the good ingredients in it, my scalp doesn't need a deep conditioner on it. So for me, I feel like the best results that I get with my hair is not putting conditioner on my scalp. So basically, a good rule of thumb, I will start the conditioner from my ears down. So I don't even bring it up here because it's gonna spread anyways. And when I'm washing my hair, another little trick, when I wash my hair, I only wash on my scalp, because when I'm rinsing it, that shampoo is gonna rinse down the rest of my hair anyways. And if you're thinking, well wait, well how does the oil actually come out of the ends of your hair if you're just letting the shampoo drip down? Using this conditioner like from my ears down on the lengths of my hair where I have applied that oil, it still will cleanse out that oil. And I don't use this every single time because it's a really deep conditioner. I'll just use whatever daily conditioner I have. I have quite a few that I do like, but if you're looking for deep, deep conditioner, something that you could use like once a week, this is phenomenal. And then about every couple weeks, I like to use my K18. I could do a whole video on how amazing K18 is. This is like my 3rd or 4th bottle. I've been using this for, I guess, over a year now. But this is a super deep treatment product that will pretty much transform your hair and repair your hair from the inside out. And I use this, I don't do my oil routine, because with K18, all you can do is wash your hair. You don't use conditioner or anything. And then you put this on and you have to wait, I think, like 4 minutes before you can use a leave-in conditioner or your styling sprays, or, you know, before you blow dry it. This needs to be able to penetrate to get inside the hair. So if I put, you know, a layer of conditioner or these oils, perhaps perhaps this isn't gonna penetrate deep enough. I don't even need a separate conditioner when I use this because this conditions my hair perfectly. And also, when you use your K18 like once every couple weeks, you wanna use like a detox type shampoo, something that will get all that build up in the oils off. K18 does have a detox shampoo that I really like. The other one I really like is by a brand called, I think it's pronounced Way. I'll link it down below, but that's probably my all-time favorite detox shampoo, and it's so gentle. It doesn't strip your hair and make it feel, you know, like straw. On the day I use this, I don't oil my hair, I don't put anything on my scalp. I strictly just use a detox shampoo, no conditioner, and then I put this on, I wait 4 minutes, and then I can continue with styling. Or if you really, really, really need to use a conditioner, I will wash my hair with a detox shampoo, put this on, I wait 4 to 10 minutes, and then I hop back in the shower and I rinse this out because it's already gone to work and penetrated and it's done what it needs to do. And then you can actually put a conditioner over top and then, you know, proceed as normal if you really need to do that. But for me, I don't need to. So I really, really love K18. It just keeps my hair super duper healthy. And then the final product I'm gonna share with you, this is an expensive one. So if you only want affordable products, just turn this video off. But I wanna share with you the product that I think has really made the absolute biggest difference in my hair. A couple years ago, I started having like this weird thinning. And you know, like I said, right here, I was born with a receding hairline, but this whole area up here, I mean, it's gray now, so it looks like it's bald, but that's not bald. There's tons of thick hair here, but this area was really, really thin. I started using this. This is by a brand called Neogenesis. This is their hair thickening serum, but it's a growth factor serum for your hair to help thicken it up and to make the scalp a healthy environment so that the hair can grow out fuller and thicker and healthier. And this really made a huge difference, making all this hair here grow super duper thick. And it doesn't make your hair grow long, but of course my hair grew in length because the scalp was so healthy. So this really filled in all of those sparse areas. Now, try other inexpensive things first, but if you're at your wit's end and you've tried everything and you're tired of wasting money, I highly, highly recommend this product because it's really that impressive. So I'm just gonna hang out for a couple hours. I'll turn the camera off so I don't have to bore you guys for the next 2 hours. And then I'll come back after I've washed my hair and I styled it and blow dried it and all of that, and I will show you the finished result and how soft and shiny my hair is. So this is my final result. It's super healthy, it's super soft, it's super shiny, and my hair's good to go for the next 2 or 3 days until I wash it again. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.